I'm Eric Persing from Spectrasonics, and I've got something really cool to show you for Stylus RMX. This is something we've been working on for a long time, and prepare to be freaked out. Okay, so what is it? If you look at my Stylus RMX, it might be a little different than yours. Mine has 5 buttons at the bottom. And what is this time button all about? What is the meaning of time? Here we go, Time Designer. Something brand new. And what is Time Designer? Basically what it is Time Designer is the first software ever to allow you to change the pattern and the feel of any audio loop in real time to any time signature. In real time. So nobody's got anything like this. It's very, very cool. And I want to show you how it works. Okay, so what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to listen to is a live audio drum loop. This is Abe Laboriel Jr. From New Orleans Strut. And so this is a totally live drum loop. Okay, so that's what he played. The problem with using loops in other time signatures is basically when you go to work in another time signature, you have no other loops to work with. Well, all the loops out there, almost 99% of them are in 4/4. So if you're doing a song in 3/4 or 6/8, you basically don't have any loops to work with. So what we've done is we've created software that rearranges the pattern in real time of the loop, rearranges all of the pattern so it plays in any time signature. So here we go. We're going to listen to it, and it's super easy. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to select the menu, select the new time signature. That's all you have to do. So here's the 4/4 groove. I'm going to change it to 6/8. Here we go. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Isn't that crazy? Okay, now let's try 3/4. Okay, let's say I don't like that version of 3/4. We can also do pattern variations. So let's try a different variation here. Here's another one. So that's all happening in real time. And this will work with any loop you have in RMX. So the crazy part is when I go to browse now, my entire library for RMX is in 3/4 in real time. So if I go to Creole here, different groove, so everything will work in any time signature. And it's super natural sounding.
Are the files specifically used for this function? Or
No. No, it's everything you have. Everything you have in RMX just works. So, and I will show that in just a moment. So, so here's a breakbeat example. So you can now compose, and even if you're not comfortable with different time signatures, you can now compose in any time signature you want, and it takes it to a whole other level. All right, so let's go back to that, because that's just one thing that you can do with Time Designer. You can also do all the variations in 4/4 too. So it'll do variations on grooves in 4/4. All right, so let's play this groove again. Okay, now one of the requests that we've gotten from our users for years has always been would you guys make more simple loops? You know, make more simple patterns. Loops are, when they're so complex, it's hard to add things to them. And so we thought, wouldn't it be cool if the software itself could simplify patterns? So we have a knob called Simplify. And that's all you have to use. And check out how well this works. Okay, I'll let the groove play once, and then I'm going to start simplifying it. And here we go. And you can hear how seamless it is. It's very smooth. There's no gaps, there's no artifacts, and it just works. So it's very, very simple to use. So that's a little bit of the simplify function. But we also have groove lock in RMX. And I'll show you how that's useful. Let me call up another loop here. Because oftentimes, what you'll end up with is, let me pull up this example. Take something like Cool West here. You'll have a groove like this, great jazz groove, but you don't have anything else in your library like this to go with it. You know, there's just not a lot of jazz loops out there, let's say. So what happens is if you try to combine something else that you've got, you know, it'll just sound terrible. It'll sound something like this, you know. Basically totally unmusical. So what we can do is we can now groove lock in RMX. So we can groove lock any groove to any other groove in RMX. So that's all I have to do is select a groove, and now when I play, okay, it still sounds pretty gross, but at least it's grooving. So now that I have it grooving, I can actually go anywhere in the library, and the entire library is jazz swing, everything I have. So let's go to add some bongos, for instance. Let's check this out. Any groove, anything I select, it's going to have the right groove. And this applies to anything in your library, not just percussion and drums. So if I was to go to, let's say, one of the expansion libraries and maybe select some of the, let's say, bass loop. And it'll groove with the drums. My entire library is grooving in jazz. Okay, so let's go to take this a little further, because it's not just Spectrasonics sounds, but it works with your own audio. Okay, so any Rex file that you have, something you've recycled, that you brought into RMX, will work with Groove Lock. So let's, I'm gonna bring up some crazy of my own remix stuff. I have some Twilight Zone episodes, Bernard Herrmann things that I cut up here. And let's just start trying some of these Twilight Zone episode things and see what they sound like with this jazz groove. How about this? For remixing, it's just sick what you can do. We can even let's go really extreme. And when I think of extreme, I think of polka. So let's add a polka to this and see if we can make it swing. Here we go. Okay, let's try this without Time Designer and see what it sounds like. Turn it on. Okay, so maybe try like maybe some Hawaiian music here and see what that sounds like. And here we go. So that's a little of the idea of what you can do with STYLUS RMX 1.7. So thank you guys for watching.